Sir, yesterday kasi we had a discussion. You talked about yung, I think it's special provision number 3. Yung AKAP, am I correct? The amount of 26 billion appropriated for ayuda sa Kabos ang Kita program. And that's been the center of controversy in the past few weeks. And you talked about yung it's conditional. We're bringing in NEDA and DOLE as well. But sir, let me broaden the discussion a little bit kasi we've been so focused on AKAP, but there's also another social welfare fund that's being handled by the DSWD. And we're not really sure if it's still included in the final approved budget ng 2025. I think there was a proposal. AIX. The proposal was for 35.1 billion nata under the NEP for AIX for 2025. So confirm ba sir na it's still in the approved budget, yung AIX?
Yes, the AIX is still within the Department of Social Welfare and Development, yung budget po nila. Okay, mayroon pa po siya for this 2025 budget.
How much, sir? Is it still 35.1 as proposed by the NEP, or was it adjusted as well?
Wait, I have just to take a look of the figure for the approved budget for the AX as far as the DSWD is concerned. Now,
Yes,
based on sa ating records dito sa kanilang AX, wait.
Anyway, sir, I was asking about AIX kasi, di ba, with all the concern and putting in of safety measures for AKAP, kaya nga sinama nga yung DOLE at yung NEDA para hindi maabuso, I suppose, yung AKAP. Pero AIX po is almost like AKAP. It's the same thing, although it's for individuals in crisis situations, but basically it's the same thing. It's ayuda for those who are in need of additional financial assistance. In fact, if you compare the guidelines released by DSWD for both AIX and AKAP, pare-pareho halos po, educational, funeral, burial, medical, and crisis assistance. Halos pare-pareho po pati yung qualifiers So I'm wondering lang kung merong conditional, kung may conditions din that were put in place for AIX in the same way that AKAP was put under condition. Kasi po, AIX po is also being used, maybe use is not too strong a word. AIX po is also beneficial to some legislators.
Okay. Now, based dito sa ating yung veto that was signed by the kakibat doon sa ating budget, hindi siya kasama sa conditional implementation because that is actually a regular program of the DSWD. While the AKAP po, this is what we call changes and insertion in the budget. That's why hindi siya na conditional veto. Kasi even before the budget submission, nasa NEP na po siya, kaya that's why it's not part of the conditional implementation because that was already evaluated even before we submit the NEP because that is the regular program.
Unlike
Yusek yan sa AIX, meron din ba diyang provision mentioning any role for politicians sa distribution? Kasi yung sa AKAP sinabi nyo, nowhere in the provision does it say na merong role doon ng mga senador or congressman or whoever Meron sa AIX, in the case of AIX, ganun din ba? Wala ding role na nakaspecify for politicians in the distribution?
As I understand, Ami, as far as the guidelines for the AIX, there's no specific allocation or mention of the district or how much is allocated for congressman or for the senator. Because this AIX is intended really for those people na talagang nangangailangan ng tulong. Not exactly bawat distrito ay mayroon. So ganun po, there's kumbaga based on need ang itong AIX na po ito.
Yusek?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Nung press conference during the signing of the budget, sabi ni Secretary Recto na yung mga natanggal dun sa bicameral meeting ng Senate at saka House dun sa budget ay pwede naman daw maibalik during the implementation. pwede naman daw kunin dun sa mga unused funds or unprogrammed funds ng gobyerno. Ibig bang sabihin nun, even theoretically, even yung nawala sa DPWH ay pwede pa rin ibalik kahit na bito? Yung may ganun pang klaseng possibility. Dahil sabi nga ni Secretary, ay, yung mga nawala, theoretically, ay pwede pang maibalik sa implementation.
Okay. Let's, intindi natin, yung direct veto po, talagang hindi na
Hindi na
siya
pwede.
mapupundahan kasi that is, kumbaga, hindi siya existence as if it's not already existing po siya. So, hindi na po. Ang sinasabi lang po dito siguro, yung mga programa na kailangan immediate and urgent, na kailangan ng ahensya, ay yun doon pwede nating itap yung unprogrammed appropriations if ma-follow natin yung conditions, which is, sabi nga doon, there is supposed to be an excess revenue to support the, kumbaga, yung unlocking the unprogrammed appropriations.
Yusek, Tami, you wanna go ahead? O ako muna?
Hindi, tanong ko lang
Sige.
yung kasi may bago na namang kontrobersya ngayon eh. Yung definition ng yung pagde-define ng budget allocation per sector. Kasi yun ang sinasabi diyan sa education eh, na mas mataas ang allocation for the sector compared to a department. Pwede ba yun? Di ba parang yun? Medyo may konting daya yun. Kung mas mataas yung isang buong sector sa isang departamento like the Department of Public Works and Highways. Kini-question yan ngayon. In fact, pinag-aaralan daw ngayon ng mga teachers group whether they should take it to the Supreme Court kasi nagrereklamo sila na ginawang sectoral yung allocation for 2025 at sinama nga lahat na ng klaseng school. Although maraming state-run schools na hindi na isama. Nagtataka sila kung bakit ganon. Ano ba talaga dapat? Is there a specific rule sa ganyan, sa allocation na sector ba dapat o departamento ba dapat o ano?
Okay.
Dagdag lang, Yusek, dagdag lang sa tanong ni Ami dahil nasa gobyerno rin kasi ako before, hindi naman namin isinasama sa arithmetic ng education. Halimbawa, ang PMA, ang Philippine National
PNPA.
ang Local Government Academy, etc. Bakit ngayon sinasama siya? Ginajumble siya together as total ng education. Dati naman hindi ginagawa yun, di ba?
Ang budget po para sa edukasyon ay sa ngayon po ay nanatiling highest budget priority pa rin natin. Sa BICAM version po, ito ay nabigyan ng 1.056 trillion. At ang DPW, kasi kinukumpara sa DPWS, so babanggitin ko ang DPWS. At nabigyan po ang DPWS ng allocation ng 1.034 trillion. Samantala po, ang DPWS budget ay maaari pang bawasan po ito sa pamamagitan ng yung direct veto po ng 26 billion po na binito ng Presidente. So, yun nga po, consistent with the exercise of the Congress constitutional invested power of the purse, we deferred the initial computation of the House of Representatives from the Bicameral Conference Committee report, which presents that the education sector continues to receive the highest budgetary allocation as mandated by Constitution. So, sila po ang nag-identify or gumawa ng ito po kung how is the education will be kumbaga composed of para maging number one pa rin siya as priority ng ating gobyerno.
So, yun nga yung tanong ko, Yusek eh. Dati hindi naman kila-cluster siya yung aggregates. Diba?
Dati by department.
Pwede mo rin kasing gawin yun sa public works. Almawa, yung sa DOTR, yung sa DOTR, pwede mo rin sabihin public works din yun, yung budget nila, no, et cetera. So, medyo parang anomalous na ika-cluster mo yung mga aggregates, gagawin mong sector. Parang ngayon ko lang nakitang ginagawa yan.
Ako rin, alam ko, by department dapat talaga.
Yeah. Ang ano lang naman dito sa amin lang po, sila po ang nag-identify po being sila po yung nag-approve ng ating budget. So we defer to them kung yung kanilang power of the purse as to the initial computation of what is supposed to be for the education. So yun po yung lumabas that we provided to us, that the education sector, based on the Congress computation, na yun po still the budget education. But I understand po na sinasabi nyo po, kasama po doon sa ating education, yung iba-iba pang ahensya, just like for example, yung sinasabi nyo, yung siguro masasabi yung CHED, yung SUKS, and even TESDA. That is because yun po yung binigay sa atin ng Kongreso na computation as to what's supposed to be the portion of the budget for education. So yun lang po, I cannot answer you kung bakit ginawang sector yung approach rather than just the education sector, or rather Department of Education. But I guess I don't know if there is another actually opinion as to the composition of the education, which is actually merely a directory as to the following the components or composition of the top 10, being the education as the highest, having the highest budget every year.
Yusek, ako, pahabol na lang. I'll go back to the Ayuda question. I understand you were saying kanina nga na unlike AIX, AKAP was just an insertion in the budget. By that, I suppose what you mean is that hindi naman siya kasama sa NEP talaga na sinabit ng Malacanang, itong AKAP.
Yes.
Pinasok kayo ng Kongreso. Like last year. I think that was the same problem last year. Pinasok kayo ng Kongreso last year. But anyway, pero my question is, so anong pinagkaiba ng AKAP sa AIX? They're basically the same except that one is a regular program, but they're basically the same thing. They're both for people who are in crisis because of inflation, the prices of goods, and they're in need of money. But yung AKAP, kailangang i-qualify ang distribution, putting it under both NEDA, DOLE, and DSWD. Whereas yung AIX has been there for quite some time, which is the same thing din naman, walang qualifiers. I asked that kasi AIX has been used by, it's been noted that AIX has been used by several legislators, especially senators, in the past.
Yeah. What is in the provision, the special provision number 3 of the DSWD, specific for the AKAP, is, ang sabi dito kasi naman is for financial assistance for not limited to food, medical, funeral, cash relief assistance, or rice assistance. So basically, it expand the coverage rather than just for the AIX lang na yung particular program yung sinasagot niya. So, yeah. But of course, sabi ko nga sa inyo, this is subject to the guidelines that will be crafted by the three agencies as a convergence effort by the NEDA, DOLE, at the same time DSWD. So I think the difference here right now is yung convergence effort na para makita natin na itong ating programa as far as AKAP now is concerned, given the ng presidente, is to actually sisiguraduhin na maging mas makabuluhan ang implementasyon ng AKAP alongside with other social interventions upang tunay na makatulong sa nararapat na beneficiaries. And even siguro dito, ang mangyayari po, that's why they have these guidelines to be issued by the three departments to para maiwasan ang misuse and duplicative and fragmented benefits.
I understand.
And of course, this will also be kumbaga covered by other rules and regulations and jurisprudence na dapat isaalang-alang ng DSWD, DOLE, and NEDA sa paggawa ng guidelines ito.
I understand, sir. Pero wouldn't it make more sense na pati yung AIX to put under convergence effort para walang abuse? In the same way na AKAP ganun?
Maaring tama ko dun, Ed. But of course, given the situation right now, the AKAP is now the, kumbaga, binibigyan natin ng pansin ngayon is because this is an addition or insertion from Congress. That's why we have these folks. Because sabi ko, AIX is already an existing program. Mm-hmm. Probably in the future moving forward, that is could be considered. That's why tinitingnan na po na para maiwasan na po yung misuse duplication. Kaya yung AIX, baka yung mga ginagawa na ng AIX o sinusuportan ng AIX could no longer be provided by the AKAP.